a la clase otra vez. I'm back and with gramática. All this is grammar. Can be really confusing. I took an entire semester class on deep, heavy grammar in college. Like, this is a big deal. I do not traditionally focus a lot on this because studies have shown that this is something to worry about much higher into Spanish. Right now, we just want to get you speaking. So, for our grammar peeps, you know who you are, I'm giving you some grammar. This will also help connect things for you. But if this is hard and difficult, don't stress about it. Go through it, take the opportunity to learn it, but don't stress, okay? So I am teaching you some of these basics. We have done the first 4. We're now going to work on 5, 6, and 7 today. Things that will help you when you're creating language, speaking, writing, and also you'll understand things better as you hear and listen to them. So, número 5, vamos a identificar las categorías gramaticales. We've been talking about the parts of speech. Ayer hablamos de los artículos, sustantivos, verbos, pronombres, preposiciones, adjetivos, adverbios. There's even more than these. There's a lot more. But again, basic. We're Spanish 1 and 2, and I do have my College 101 and 102, which is kind of like a hyped up Spanish 1 and 2. But we're just talking about these parts of speech, and you now know them. You made lists yesterday. That was awesome. I hope that was helpful for you. But let's talk about identifying them. We're going to go back into some old school learning. Diagramming sentences. Do you remember this? You might have been ignoring it during English in 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade. But this will help you, especially those of you that want to understand the structure of Spanish. When you're reading, cuando lees, el maestro es alto. ¿Quién es el sujeto? Sujeto. El sujeto. El sustantivo principal de la oración, de la frase. El maestro, sí. Y el verbo, el maestro, ¿qué está haciendo? What's he doing? ¿Qué está haciendo? He is being. Maestro es. Eso es todo. We can describe, este es un adjetivo, este es un artículo, pero nada más estamos notando los diferentes partes de la frase. Seguimos. Mi novio es guapo. Mi novio es guapo. ¿Dónde está el sujeto? Un sustantivo que es el principal. Es novio. Mi, nada más es un adjetivo. Está describiendo novio. ¿Sí? No importa. La importancia es novio. Eso es el sujeto. Sujeto. ¿Sí? El sujeto. ¿Y el verbo que está haciendo mi novio? Es guapo. Es guapo. Novio es guapo. Seguimos. Mi mamá baila con mi papá. Mi mamá baila con mi papá. ¿Y dónde está el sujeto? ¿Es mi? No. Mamá. Mamá baila. Sometimes it might be easier to find the verb first. Look for the conjugated verb, baila, and ask yourself, who's doing that action? Ah, mi mamá. This again, un adjetivo. ¿De quién es la mamá? De mí. Mamá baila. All of this is a prepositional phrase, right, that talks about what happens, dances with who, what, where, when, okay, with dad. So we're just worrying about sujeto verbo. But this is when we start talking about objects, direct objects, all of that. That gets further into grammar. I just don't want to get into that with you guys. There's plenty of things online to help you study, those of you that want to get into objects and direct objects. We'll talk more tomorrow. But for now, quiero que puedan identificar bien, identificar los partes, principalmente los verbos y los sujetos. También es importante saber dónde están los adjetivos, los artículos, más información. Eso ayuda. That will help you. But for now, let's keep it basic. Más práctica. Más práctica. Sí. Tenemos 5 más. Voy rápido. I'm going to go quickly. Feel free to repeat this if you want to see this and understand. Pero voy en español. El jefe, como la persona con quien trabajo, el jefe, the boss. El jefe quiere dinero. Quiere verbo, jefe, sujeto. Eso, dinero, es un objeto. ¿Qué quiere? Quiere dinero. Él es un artículo. El jefe. Mi primo come. Mi primo, adjetivo, mucho, describiendo cuánto come, pero también es como un adjetivo. Enrique canta muy bien. Enrique, o muy bonito. Cantar, verbo. Enrique, sujeto. Enrique canta. Como canta, canta muy bonito. ¿Sí? Adjetivo, adjetivo. Para ser simple. Número 4. Amo a mi perro gordito. Amo a mi perro gordito. This can be very tricky. Porque amo es el verbo amor. Está conjugado. Amo. Hay un yo, que es el sujeto. No dice. It's like an invisible subject. It's understood because we have a conjugated verb that's conjugated in the yo form. When you have a yo conjugated verb, you don't have to say yo. It's redundant. Say yo amo mi perro. You can say it, but trust me, you don't sound like a native speaker at all. You don't say yo amo, you just say amo. So this is an understood you is our subject. Subject, verb, subject, verb. Número 5, la clase de arte es interesante. This is a trickier one. La clase de arte es interesante. Sometimes the longer ones that are tricking you, I really recommend looking for the verb. La, verbo, no. Clase, verbo, no. De, verbo, no. Arte, verbo, no. Es, verbo, sí. Es, state of being, how it is, right? What is? What is doing something? Art? Is art doing something? No. Clase. Clase de arte es interesante. Interesante, otra vez. Es un adjetivo describiendo la clase de arte. También es un adjetivo describiendo la clase. La clase, la es artículo. Artículo, sujeto, adjetivo, verbo, adjetivo. Right. Some of you are like, my mind is blown, just shut up, I can't take it anymore. Well, this is important to know these basic structures. However, it's not vastly important at this point. I want you to communicate. There's a difference, and I was just watching a video yesterday about the difference between learning a language and acquiring a language. For me, acquiring is so much more important, and it proves that you're able to speak more quickly, understand a lot more, and function more fluidly in a Spanish-speaking world. That's what I want for you. The learning of a language, traditionally, is books, grammar charts, memorized words, right? That has a place. It can be helpful. But when we learn too much grammar, here's what naturally happens. When we want to speak, in our brain we're going, where's the subject? Where's the verb? Okay, I need to conjugate the verb. And we're in our head so much, we're not spitting it out. This is why I tell you, I don't mind errors. It shows you're trying. So just spit it out. Nevertheless, we are going through a few of these grammar things so that you have them in your back pocket. If it feels over your head, if it feels terrible and boring, Don't stress about it, okay? So, on this fifth section, I'm going to have you identify parts of a sentence. You'll see that in the Google form below. Número 6, usando números. Los números son muy, muy importante. Son importante para fechas. In the real world, you need to be able to say the date. Las fechas. We practice that in Spanish class by doing a calendar every day. We're hearing those numbers over and over and over again. Usually you don't need numbers much more than 30, so we're good. Calendar gives us a good preparation. También necesitamos números para dinero. Sí, quieren dinero. When you travel, you need to be able to say how much money something is. So you need this skill. Learning the numbers through our calendar will help you. Awesome, right? Also, just in normal conversation, you need to know numbers. Yo tengo 3 perros. Yo tengo 2 hermanos. Yo quiero ir a México para 10 días. So you need numbers, regular conversation. This is an important thing. So to help you, we have studied numbers. You should have them. We've practiced numbers. I recommend you practice some more. This is a list. I also have another list. This one's a little bit more clear to read. So we have these numbers. I don't need to spend time to go over it. You know it. Go ahead and look online. Find a number chart, or actually, you know what? Maybe I can just attach this as an image so you have it. This is a good list that goes through all the basic numbers and then lines it up so you can easily see 21, 31. You can see the formats. It's a good chart. In addition to knowing the numbers, we also have ordinal numbers. Now this is something that's Spanish 3 or 4. So this is more than what you usually will be learning, but you still use that sometimes. First place in the football tournament. Primer lugar. First place, primer lugar. These are some of those other words that are related to numbers. You do need to know these to function in the Spanish-speaking world. Don't stress about it, but do study them. I will have a few questions below in the Google form that are related to numbers, so watch out for that. Número 7, tiempos. Times in Spanish. There's many. The ones we focus on are pasado, pasó ayer, presente, está pasando ahora, y futuro, va a pasar en el futuro. ¿Sí? Tenemos los 3 tiempos. In Spanish, there's actually a whole lot more. Seems like, that's enough. Past tense, present tense, future tense. But trust me, they have a whole lot more. But all of that is much higher grammar, and really, you don't need to worry about all the definitions of what you're saying and doing. Just say and do it, okay? But when we talk about the different times, cuando usamos los tiempos, we note that it really mostly just affects the verbs. Los verbos cambian. El resto no cambia necesarily. Como yo bailo en mi casa. Yo bailo en mi casa. Yo bailé en mi casa. Ayer, pasado. Yo voy a bailar. I am going to bailar en mi casa. Or you can also say bailaré. I'm going to dance in my house. So we have present tense, past tense, future tense. Note, the only thing that changes is this verb. Bailo, baile, voy a bailar, bailaré. That's the only thing that's changing, okay? So when you're talking about those different tenses, you're really just changing the verb. I talk about this because it's important to note when you're listening to someone or when you're writing, when are you talking about it? Yesterday, today, tomorrow, right? So this helps you by at least knowing what these are and what this is all about. Ooh, verb charts. They're helpful. These are a really good tool. We keep them up above in my classroom. I keep them up all the time because it's a tool to help you. But when I was in school, and traditionally in a grammar-based classroom, it's not on the wall. You've got to memorize it in here. So I grew up memorizing it. It's not a bad idea to memorize, but don't memorize so much that you get stuck in your head. Remember I talked about you get stuck in your head? Don't get stuck in your head. That's why I have them on the wall, so you don't have to get stuck in your head. But the more you do memorize these, and some of you will want to do this, the more you memorize them, the more quickly you will communicate and understand when someone's talking to you about present, past, and future. So these are the endings that you see when we're talking about the, let's see, where are we? The preterite, past tense. These are the endings. They're in yellow on my wall. Past tense. We have two kinds of past tense. Don't worry about all that now. But these are ones that have happened and they're done. These are present tense. We live here. In Spanish 1, traditionally in the world, Spanish 1, we only speak about present, what's happening right now. I dance, I eat, I run. This is what we focus on. Traditionally in a grammar-based classroom, we speak about past tense in Spanish 2. So Spanish 2, we're talking about yo comí, yo corrí, yo leí, I read, I ate, right? In the past. Or it's not written up here, but there's another past tense that's continuous that's saying I was eating, or like I eat regularly all the time. So those are different endings that you'll see when we speak about the past. You know the present tense. Hopefully you know these. If not, put them to memory. O, as, a, amos, an. O, as, a, amos, an. O, es, amos, an. O, es. In Napa High School, they used to pound on their desks because they would try to memorize these, stick them in their head. There's also great silly YouTube videos to help. And then we have the future tense. Very easy. Future tense, you put the whole word, like correr, and then you add that on the end. Correré, I will run. Correrás, you will run, right? So use the whole word and add those endings, or you can say voy a, which is I'm going to, and then use the infinitive. So this is just telling you about these different time periods. When we're talking past, present, future, really we just have to change the verb. That's all we're doing. Okay, so to help you to be conscious of what we're talking about, the practice is just finding the verb. It's like what we did in number 5. Find the verb. Look at the ending. Oh, hola. Sometimes look around for other clues. How can you know these things? Well, you can memorize them. That will work. I recommend, you can practice them. I recommend you continue to seek for more input. Reading books is just primary. Awesome. Lee libros. Read those children's books and note when it's talking in the future and note when it's talking in the past, and start putting together your ability to say those things. But keep it natural. Keep it natural. That is it. I know that's a lot. There's exercises below. Do the exercise. Try to see how this connects. Don't stress. No te estreses. This week I am focusing on grammar. So we have these. I'll have more grammar tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Mañana es viernes. Mañana es viernes. Tomorrow's Friday. I'll have a little bit more grammar. And next week we're going to go back to some playing because I want to speak in Spanish. Quiero hablar en español. I want to give you more input again. So this week was grammar. Hang in there. Remember, you need to have 3 of these done for this week. And don't forget, persona especial. I've gotten many of yours and I love them. Make sure to submit if you haven't. I do have noted who did it already in class, so you can do it again if you want, but you don't have to. But if you didn't do it in class, you need to submit a video. People have done it in many forms, but it doesn't matter. Submit a video to me showing an interview so that we have that. That's it. I'm done. Have a great day. It's a beautiful day. Hace buen tiempo. Disfrutan. Ciao.